If you're doing outreach to get AI clients right now for your AI offer, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sting a little bit. Listen up, sending more DMs, it's not gonna free you up. It's not gonna set you free. It's just a trap. And I know it feels like progression, like you're sending DMs, you're booking maybe more calls, you're into this loop, like more messages, more follow-ups, more looms. But this is what no one says. Like everyone's just ignoring this fact, but outreach is not escape from the grind. Outreach is just the grind. So in the next few minutes of this video, I'm gonna explain why and how to replace this. And I'm literally gonna be straight with you upfront. This video is not about writing better cold DMs. It's literally like the opposite of this. So just be here and you'll learn a lot. Okay, so let's start with one question. Just answer it honestly in your head. So if you stop all of your outreach today, right now, in this moment, like no DMs, no follow-ups, no looms, how many clients conversations would you still show up next month? Like, do you have an estimate? Do you have a track of that? Because for most people, if they're honest, the answer is close to zero. They have no other way. And if that's your answer too, I need you to sit with what actually means. It means you don't have a pipeline and you only have a job. Because a pipeline keeps producing when you step away, as you can see, a job stops the second you do. So right now your leads are tied up to your hands moving this week. Like you're sending, you're recording the looms, you're preparing the value, you trickle in, you stop, and they also stop. You see? So the day you get sick, the week you take off, you're losing track of your leads. So that's not a business you own. Honestly, that's a business that owns you. So here's how I think about this. Outreach is carrying buckets, let's say, and every client is a walk down to the river. So fill the bucket, carry it back, and look, it works. Like you get water, you get clients, it makes sense. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you outreach never works because that's a lie. Like even when I started, and I'm still doing outreach on the side, I was doing outreach and it worked. But the second you stop recording those looms, the water stops and there is no more new clients. So there is no store of it. So inbound is digging a wall. You keep digging in one spot and over time it starts storing trust for you. Like you're not walking anywhere. So that's the thing, and that's why just doing more outreach was never really the answer. Like doing more outreach is just more trips a day with the same bucket, and that's a race. That's not a way out. So you need better buckets. You need to start digging. But now let me flip the other side of the screen for a second, because this is the part that no one talks about it. So picture the person you reached out to this week. Say it's the owner of a home service company, let's say. So few crews out on the job, phone going all day, open her inbox. There are like handful of other messages sitting in there that other people are also pitching to her. Something like, hey, I help businesses like yours with AI, blah, blah, blah. Or from all these strangers, all asking her all asking her about her time, and yours was one of them. So like, here's what I really want you to hear. You didn't get ignored because your message was bad. You got ignored because you were interchangeable. She generally could not tell you apart from the other competitors right there. And there is no like clear positioning, like secret DM, Instagram entry message, follow-ups that you can send to actually get her attention, because you're just matching with the other people. And basically, here's where most people go wrong. They feel the pain and they decide the message needs work. You need better hook, better offer, tighter follow-ups, maybe new tools to send, maybe a new tool to send them, more value. Can you improve a cold message? So it might lift your reply rate a little, but it's not gonna change the fact that you're starting every single relationship from zero trust, like one person at a time forever, and you can't outright being unknown. As the ceiling, and peeling on more volume doesn't raise the ceiling, it just wears you out of nowhere. So what actually breaks this whole cycle? Something outreach can never give you, no matter how good you get at it. Trust that already exists before the conversation starts. So no trust you build during the call is when you prove you're legit in this first time of trust that's already there. So the person shows up half believing you. Think about how different the meeting goes if someone already trusts you, if someone already knows you. That's the whole lever, and this is the part that matters the most. One piece of content that actually answers your buyer's real problem doesn't clock out when you go to sleep. That's the well. It does the trust building while you're delivering or resting or completely off the grind. Like one YouTube video can show to someone's feed every single day. One single video constantly gets views even like after a year. Outreach, struck regularly. That's the one thing that outreach cannot do. Outreach only works while you're doing it. So I'm not gonna tell you to quit outreach right now because you're probably living out of outreach, but I want you to see the shape of the exit. So you know what you're actually building forward. For me, it comes down to 4 things. First is positioning. So you get clear on one problem you actually solve, not the tool you use, the problem your best clients come to you in the first place. Second is content. You could take the questions you answer on one sales call over and over, and you start answering them out loud in public before the call. It's how you handle objections. This is called pre-handling objections. The third thing, proof. You show you're thinking honestly, so a skeptical buyer has a reason to believe you before they even get on a call. And the fourth thing is the people a simple low pressure way to go from that actually makes sense to a real conversation. So positioning, content, proof, path, that's the whole well. And notice what's not on this list. Posting 5 times a day, going viral, becoming a full-time creator, learning some new tool, none of it matters. Trust me. Like 1 focused hour of filming a week, aim straight at your buyer, and start sending all 4 of times. Start sending all 4 of those. And this was never about becoming an influencer. It's about becoming the person your buyer already So here's what actually start. Don't try to fix all of these 4 at once. Just get honest about one question first. Stop sending today, what would still come in next month? If the answer is nothing, that's your signal to stop sending more. That's the sign you've been carrying buckets with you the whole time, and that's how you get leads. So I put together something called the Cold Outreach Escape Plan. A short, honest walkthrough of exactly this. Which of these 3 traps you're in, what person on the other side of your DMs actually sees. The first 3 moves to start replacing outreach with something that builds up over time. And this is not an outreach course. As I said in the beginning, it won't teach you how to get better at the DMs. That's the whole point of it. It's literally linked in the description. It has a ton of value, so just go grab it. But honestly, even if you close this right now and you never click a thing here, I shifted your belief, the way you're thinking about it, because more outreach is a race, it's not an escape. So please stop carrying buckets, go dig the well, and I'll see you in the next one.